Hey guys, happy Monday. I just came back from an amazing trip to India, and before I head to work this Monday morning, I wanted to share a few things I learned during my trip as it pertains to our health. So, number one, as I said, I went to a wedding, and so I interacted with so many people. The sense of community and friendship and kinship that is fostered in Indian culture is something that I love, and I just love going back just for that reason, even. India is obviously very populated. So just by the sheer volume of people around you, you are just forced to talk to different people, interact with different people in just a very different way than we do in the Western world. So I love that, and it actually has shown to decrease rates of anxiety and depression, things that we battle a lot in the West. And so that was I just love that, and it really plays a critical role in our overall health, especially our mental health. Number two, the amount of fresh food. People were surprised that I actually refrigerated my food for multiple days. Often in most households in India, food was made freshly every single day. Now, that is still mind blowing to me. And of course, many households there have help to do this. They're not working and cooking and doing all the things, but still, it says something for being able to cook more frequently and more, fresh foods. Um, Speaking of food, yogurt is a huge part of Indian meal, and this yogurt is made from live cultures that don't have any preservatives or anything, and it actually is an excellent probiotic. So I actually brought some live cultures from India, and I made uh, this fresh bowl of yogurt that I'm gonna have after every meal. So after you eat all the spicy eating food, many people have a little bit of rice with yogurt, and it's great for your digestion. And one thing that was interesting is there's so many people who are lactose intolerant in the U.S., but at the same people, you take them and you give them dairy in India, and they have no problems. I even saw that in my own family, and even my own kids, which was really interesting. Um, Number three, cash pay medicine. So I got to stay with a few different doctors, and it was just really eye-opening. People would come in, they said, "Hey, here's a problem that I had." They paid and they got the service. No long wait times. It was just, they got prompt healthcare. And it's interesting, that's exactly the model that I have in my practice. And I think the roots came from what I was used to growing up in India. And so it was really refreshing to see people were willing to pay, and often it was a nominal amount. It wasn't anything crazy, and they got really good healthcare. Number four, Ayurvedic medicine. So we know that India is known for Ayurvedic medicine and the use of herbs in a lot of different treatments. And so I picked up a couple things that I thought were really fun. Here's a eucalyptus balm. I love the smell of eucalyptus. And this is the first time I've seen a balm. Usually I've seen oil, but this was really cool. You can, put a drop into your shower, or just kind of, if you're feeling sick, just, rub it on your chest, just smell it. Oh, it's so heavenly. And I also saw this other really cool thing, Ayurvedic coconut oil for thin or brittle hair. This is something my patients complain a lot about, especially around perimenopause and menopause. So this has all these amazing oils, components. Amla, which is gooseberry, mota, methi, neem oils. So all these medicinal oils. So really, really cool. I'm excited to try this out. Okay, and lastly, number five, physical activity. So, there are people who own cars, but most people don't. So you'll find tons of people walking everywhere, down to the corner store, to the grocery store, walking to a friend's house, and only use their cars for long distances, or they'll get onto a bus. But people just, I think it's very easy to get your 10,000 steps in India, because people are walking all the time, which is great, because it's obviously we know the health benefits of physical activity. So even if they're not having time to hit the gym, just movement I thought was so refreshing. So those are all the things that really came to light during my trip, and things that I'm going to try and emulate a little bit more. Drop any questions if you have below, and have a wonderful week.